Ready to keep the heat in.
Look, what's going on here?
Then we're gonna have to cut the straw.
I don't think we got enough room next time. Wow.
Before guests see a single bloom during the EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival, months of work have already happened. Designs drafted, topiaries built, thousands of plants grown and moved into place, and a small crew, quiet, fast, relentless, brings it all to life while the park sleeps. This year, everything got harder. A sudden freeze, the coldest Florida has seen in 16 years, hit right as final installs were underway. And with half marathon weekend unfolding around them, there was no room to slow down. But they didn't. They pushed through. And the festival bloomed. This is how horticulture meets imagination. This is Disney Unscripted.
I'm glad we're going to be inside. My fingertips are already
Oh
gone.
no. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, outside's not very nice, but inside will be warm. Greenhouse 7, which is our topiary house. Ready to keep the heat in. So this is Greenhouse 7 here at the Walt Disney World Nursery. And this is where we put together all the topiaries for the Flower Garden Festival. We are about 2 weeks away from actually starting our first installation. And so right now we're putting all the finishing touches on them. This is called a dibble. This is what we would use to make the holes to get the plants in.
Is this kind of meditative for you?
Oh my gosh, it's the best. It's so peaceful. And it also kind of feels like art because you get to like put the strands wherever you want. So, I don't know, sometimes I like to think about where the plant wants to go, and then I also think about where I want it to go. And then you get to like kind of do a little in between, and then you pin it. And I do kind of feel like I'm doing hair sometimes.
We're dealing with kind of unusual conditions right now.
We are dealing with really unusual conditions. Very cold. We're getting some frost the last few nights. Sunday night's not looking really good for us. So topiaries are going to be fine because they're all nice and toasty warm in our greenhouses.
We're taking all of these topiaries and we have to move them to the center of the greenhouse in the next 2 days because the temperatures next to the plastic is too cold. So you have to even know that. So I even have a temperature gauge I have in my pocket usually to go around and see what the actual temperatures are, like throughout even different areas of the greenhouse. So this is kind of neat to see because you wouldn't typically see all the flowers on the ground, so it looks so pretty. So these are the baskets that have come back from the parks.
You're saying normally they would be outside, but because of the cold, everything's being moved in.
Yeah, everything's being moved
So
in.
this normally wouldn't be here on the ground. And
No, we're holding, some of these flowers we'll be holding for different projects coming up, so we have to bring everything inside.
Figment into the bed. So we're going to use 4 straps in each corner of his main pallet. And then Vince is going to go ahead and put him into place. We're going to try to center him with Spaceship Earth. And then we're going to see how we like that. And if it all works out, we're either going to bury him or we have to lift him back up and reset him. What we've done is we sat him down. We just wanted to see what it looked like sitting on the soil to determine if we were going to plant him per se. And we determined that we should. We're not going to bury the entire frame. We're just going to bury it about 4 inches or so deep. So that's what they're doing now. They measured it out, and then we're going to make it a little bit wider. So in case we need to adjust him, because this bed is going to be tricky for us. This is a new location for Figment. And we're also looking at his eyes when we place a topiary, so that when you're standing in front of it and getting your photo, he still is like looking out at you. It looks like our coworkers are demonstrating where the flower balls would be placed.
Yeah, so tell me about the stages where they're at now.
So these are our flower balls. They're gonna be like big oversized cosmos. So they're gonna come off of there. You see we're lifting it up, and now we're gonna go place it onto its more painted, more aesthetically pleasing bases for the guest to see. Here now that we got Figment in, we've got our Cosmo flower balls in, kind of looking at it, it just seems Figment's a little bit lost there. That the two Cosmos they're so big and beautiful, but they're pulling more attention than versus like seeing Figment. So we're gonna put another one of our Cosmos right behind it. It looks like Figment is completed. At least he's all dressed out with his flowers. And so now we just have to put the final touches with the plants below.
These are hard because this is mostly just metal, so I'm having to just kind of pull out some of the moss and just kind of shove it in there versus typically using the dibble tool.
How successful have you been able to fight the cold weather?
So far, everything has been very, very successful. It did delay us, so we, for like the last 3 weeks, we've been installing every single night. And when that one night of cold, we had to stop our installation process and just focus on protecting the plant material that was in our parks at that moment.
Hello,
Hi, Sam.
I am pinching back begonias to increase more flowers and more growth. You can't trim them back very hard right now, or you'll take away all the color and have nothing but green.
Sam's got how many years of service?
37,
37 years of service.
30 in topiaries.
The greenhouses up here then are where we build out our floating gardens, where we build out some of our pots and things like that. So if we look in greenhouse 5, this is all the plugs that are going into the topiaries. It is not only, it's a 3 to 4 weeks to install it all, but then it's the 90 days to maintain it and maintain a really good quality out in the park for those 90 days so that the guests that come on day 1 still have an amazing show if they show up on the 90th day that we are open. Our team is just doing some final plugging, so plugging any holes, taking care of any plant material that might have died over time or just we didn't have maybe the plants to put them in. So a lot of stuff in here is going to be going in just a couple nights. So really they have today and tomorrow to finish those up. So our landscape architect, Carla, is out here tonight. So she does a drawing for us every single year, and it shows us roughly where the topiaries are going to be placed at on both ends of the bed. It gives us our planting list of what plants are going to go in, what kind of props are going in, and all that key information that we need. Here comes the cars. So, Lightning McQueen. on a production base. So when it's in the nursery, you know, it's sitting on here, you know, and we can roll it around or move it around fairly easily. So they've got to unbolt everything, and then this is going to lift off. Different like hook areas that are on the topiary that are what we call pick points that have been structurally engineered in there for where we're going to lift the topiary at. So they're just trying to connect all the straps to that before we can lift it.
I got it. Beautiful. Yeah.
Heads up! Coming up!
Turn them that way, Fritz. The other way. Spin them that way. Then I guess we got to boom up and hold our load, I guess.
Two angles.
Probably what you're going to need to do is maybe shore yours up, bring it up again, but then that side's got to go down too, I think. Yeah. All right, try lowering it down now. Is that it? No, just look what's going on here. Oh, I see it. This corner here is still kind of hung up a bit.
Right there.
There you go.
Nice, yes.
It's okay, they can fix it. There you go, they'll fix it.
Yeah. Right there, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Pull right up to my truck, Junior. Go right on up to my truck, yeah. That should be good. Yeah, coming over. Coming over. You're right, Mike. It was just growing on the bottom. What do you want to do?
I don't think we want to trample those. We don't want, you know.
I think we go left.
You go left over here?
Yeah, I don't think we got enough room next to that rock.
All right. Let's put it right there.
Yeah, we're gonna try to put it between those
We'll
two
try to put
clumps.
it between.
Let's hold the crane for a second. Turn the dragon this way, counterclockwise. There you go. A little more, a little more. Hold that. Hold that. Cable down. Watch your feet. So, the far right side, the nails aren't touching, the claws aren't touching.
Yep.
We'll touch it everywhere else. And we can pick it up and shift it again a little bit. See if we can get that.
The back foot's pretty much touching. It's on some rocks back here. It's pretty much sitting flat on the cement.
You're on the cement now?
Yeah, it's touching the cement there.
Go to your right. Go to your right.
Towards Noah. Towards Noah.
Yep.
A little more. A little more. Perfect.
Right there. Right there.
I love it. Good job, guys. Sweet. All right.
Okay.
All right.
What varieties of butterflies do you have?
These are the Julias here,
Okay.
and the orange. This black and gold one is a zebra longwing. This is a white peacock here. And if you look all the way down in here, that is a buckeye. And then this is one of my favorites, but that is a malachite, and it has this really beautiful iridescent green color to them.
You had a friend land on there too.
I did have another one come out with it. Ideally just give them a place to perch onto, to walk onto, like my finger. And then I'm just trying to set them on there. So we don't want to touch their wings because that will harm them. Woo. Ah.
On you.
And then sometimes they just
All over you.
I wore the right colors today. So they are all over. So
Yeah, we're past the cold, it seems.
I think we're past the cold. Oh, Mike, you've got a butterfly right on.
I do?
You got one right on your head. Oh, do you need the pictures from last year?
Well, I
You got
some,
it?
yeah.
There's
These are
different-
smaller boxes, Allison.
Yes, they are.
Okay, then I would put that one in your last window pane. Wouldn't you? And then the other one over there, what's lined there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're already setting that there, then that's fine. So maybe just kind of give me like a space right there. Give me like a space right here to put a frame.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, because I'll
So
have
then
that
that one
going
just
there.
kind of will have to move over a little bit.
All right.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. How much effort does it take to pull this out so we can screw and then put it back in?
Is it for every teacup or just this teacup? There's 3 refreshers, there's 9 teacups. So this is our Twinings tea garden. This year's, for Twinings, they wanted to do a few of these refreshers. So instead of being in a teacup, they're in a tumbler. And so right now we're just trying to figure out, what we got here was to take out the teacups that we didn't need, put in the refresher cups. The WDI team here made these really amazing straws to go into the refresher cups.
Allison, how do you think you're going to put the straws in with the baskets?
You're going to have to puncture all the way through.
It won't work with the basket. The metal frame of the basket won't move that far.
Well, then we're going to have to cut the straw. I don't know how far we're like. He can kind of look like he's going towards the pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, but kind of flip him around a little, like give him a little twist.
Like
yeah,
that?
like that.
Just like that?
Yeah, like maybe like go that way, like right there.
Perfect.
Yep.
This is the back. This is the back, yes.
You wanna go see? You wanna get out?
Yeah.
Who's that? It's
That's
Woody!
Woody.
Yay!
It's Woody.
You wanna go see him?
Yeah, we'll go see Woody.
Oh, that's so nice.
I've been watching it on Instagram all week trying to find the new topiaries, so I'm very excited to go through and see them in person. He looks still huggable. Is he strawberry scented is the question.
No. He is strawberry scented. I smell strawberries.
That's adorable. That's amazing.
I haven't seen this one yet, so this is kind of cool.
What do you like about it?
I like that the head is made of like actual material, while the whole body is kind of actually made out of plants. And how it's on the water, it's like a water dragon almost to me.